Hello, welcome to Pop Along RC, the RC car channel dedicated to RC car racing. And if you are a regular to the channel, you will know that I've had trying to think now, it's been a long time, long time. Mark's been picking on me about my radio. Now, if you're new to RC, you might have ready to run, in which case you will get yourself a little ready to run radio like this. Very basic. If you're lucky, it might have a few little dials on which allow you to turn down the speed or maybe turn down the steering. So a very basic ready to run radio, normally running on AA batteries. However, if you have been in the hobby for a while, you might want to upgrade your radio, and you might go with something like this. This is the Relalo radio. It has a digital display. Boop, boop. And we've got lots of functions on there, and you can connect this to multiple cars at one time. And this is a slight upgrade from the ready to runs. Another option that we've got is this one here, and this is from Sanwa. This is an entry level radio for racers. Nice response. We've been running this one for about 2 years and not had any issues. And then you get your more advanced radios like this one. This is the DX3R Pro. This is quite old now. There's a DX4, DX5, and now they've got the DX6. As you can tell, my Spectrum radios are a little bit old, and Mark has been giving me a hard time about the fact I need to upgrade my radio. Now, if you saw the recent video, Mark went out spending the pop along money on possibly one of the most expensive radios on the market, and this is an all bells and whistles pro spec radio. However, I think I've gone one better, but I'm not a pro driver. I don't pretend to be a pro driver. I am what you consider a club racer, and I want quality but for a decent price. I don't want to be spending silly money on my radio. I want something that's affordable and functional. Now, before I got to buy myself a new radio, there's a legend, and this legend watches the channel, and he thought to himself, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get Pop Along Carl a radio before he gets it for himself, because that's what legends do. Anyway, this is what he's got me. I've got myself the Fly Sky FS-G11P. Now, the FS stands for Fly Sky. The 11 part is, this here has receivers 11 channels. 11 channels. That is absolutely crazy. Now, if you get a radio like this one, this is a nice radio. It's not an entry level radio, but it's not the top of the range pro spec. This is somewhere in the middle. However, this one I think trumps many of the other radios on the market. Now, if you've got a nice radio, they tend to be quite fragile in the sense that they're not designed to get beaten around. So you want to protect your radio and you want to look after it. I'm saying radio, it's a transmitter, and look at this. It comes with its very own hard case. So if I do that, it's got a little Fly Sky logo on it there, a little plastic to protect the handle. I'll take that off in a second. If we turn it down there, I've got these little catches. I'm going to have a look for you. Wow, that is quite amazing. We've got a little book in there. Let me have a little look. Is there anything that we need to know before I get started? Anyway, enough of that. Let's get this out. We have got another little box here. Let's see what's in here. We have got a receiver. So if we open this up, or do I need scissors? It looks like I might need scissors to open this. It's been sealed. But that is an 11 channel receiver. That is crazy. We have got a USB, is that a USB charge lead? I'll have to check. We have got a screen protector. And we have got a few screws, and there's a couple of grub screws there, and we have got some springs. So if we take a closer look now at the radio, let's just put that over to the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift that up. Look at that. The box is made for the controller. Beautiful, absolutely stunning. That is amazing. Do you know what? I'm almost more excited about the box. The fact that I can keep my radio safe. I have got the rugged radio, which is supposed to be really hardy, and even that has been absolutely battered and bruised, being chucked around in the car when we go out racing. But this feels really nice. Hasn't actually got batteries in at the moment. Now I believe this is one that I could run a LiPo in. So if I take, let's have a little look. So in the bottom there, you've got a compartment to run 2 batteries. Now these aren't AA batteries, they're slightly bigger. I think they're like 1830s or something like that they're called. But what I want to do is take this out so that I can fit in a LiPo. Boom. Okay, so we've got this little compartment that you add your batteries to, and then that goes in there, and we've got a little connector. Now if I take, which radio, this one over here actually has a LiPo in it, so what I will do is I'll take that one out of there and I'll pop it in here and see if we've got enough charge to run this radio. Let's get this fired up and see how it works. That's amazing. Now because the battery I've put in is a little bit smaller than the cavity, I might get a little bit of foam just to hold the battery in place because it's slightly rocking around a little bit. So here is the radio. As you can see, look at that display. It's absolutely stunning. I haven't actually done anything with this yet, so I have no idea what we're looking at. So obviously I'm going to have to learn how to use this interface because I've been using Spectrum now for probably the best part of 15 years, and I'm very familiar with their interface, whereas this interface is very different to what I'm used to. So I don't know if we can make that out there. Well, there is a little slider. So there's a slider that you can use to calibrate and set things. We've got a switch here, got a double button there, got a button here. This here is all the buttons that we've got around the controller, and as you can see we have got a number of buttons here. We've got a button there, we've got a switch here, we've got a roller there, and each of these we can assign to a different code on here. We've got screws under here where you can adjust the tension of the trigger. We've got screws in here where you can adjust the tension of the spring. We have got so many buttons, levers, triggers for making adjustments to the car. You can preset these all. That is pretty amazing. It looks absolutely stunning. Wow, that is cool.